by the power of Greystone. Welcome back, friends, to Build a Lot Acres. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the heaviest production firewood maul ever made, and that's going to be the Sotz 24-pound monster, or as I like to call him, the Mango Mauler. So some of you might remember I did several videos about the Sotz Corporation and a 16-pound original monster maul. They sold a number of different size mauls, the biggest being this monster, the 24-pound Mega Monster. If you want to learn more about the Sotz Corporation and their history, please check out the description of this video. But in today's video, we're going to be trying out this monster, and I'm going to showcase it in action, splitting different types of wood for your viewing pleasure. So some of you might remember some of the videos I did with this 16-pound Sotz Monster Maul. This in itself is a real heavy tool. It's about twice the weight of your traditional maul, which weighs around 8 pounds. It's about 3 times the weight of most splitting axes, which are probably 5 to 6 pounds. But it pales in comparison to this behemoth, the 24-pound Sotz Mega Monster. I painted this one affectionately what I like to call the Mango Mauler, which is a nice yellow color. Traditionally, they would be orange, as are the Sotz tools. So I actually have 3 of these all metal splitting tools. I have this red one, which I believe is a Trooper brand. I have the original Sotz 16-pound monster, and this new one I just acquired, the 24-pound Mega Monster, which, like I said, is their biggest maul. So this was actually a swap meet find. I went to a tractor show / swap meet, and I found this, and I knew right off what I was looking at, and I did a little bit of work to it. The previous owner had cut off the handle. It was a jagged, crooked cut, and it was only about a 28-inch long handle. From the factory, these have a 30-inch long handle, the total length being about 33.5 to 34 inches. So in my opinion, even 30 inches is a touch short for such a heavy tool. So I welded on an 8-inch piece of 1-inch ID, inside diameter Schedule 40 pipe, and I increased the handle length to a full 36 inches. And I was also able to squeeze the end of the pipe, because these do have an indexed part of the handle, which is kind of pinched, so it doesn't roll in your hand as you're swinging this heavy monster through those rounds. So let's try it out. By the power of Greystone. So for anyone wondering, these hickory rounds are about 20 to 21 inches in length, which is what I process my wood to. And that makes it quite a bit tougher to split than your standard 14 to 16 inch rounds, but not tougher for the Mango Mauler. All right, so let's wrap up the video. I'm gonna say right off, swinging this thing around is definitely tiring, for good reason. It quite literally weighs 3 to 4 times what your standard splitting tool is going to weigh. Something like an X25 or X27 Fiskars, this one's an X25, might weigh 4 to 5 pounds, maybe up to 6 pounds for the 36-inch handle X27. But this thing feels like a feather after holding that Sotz. Your standard splitting maul, which a lot of people have, are going to have a 6-pound head. Total weight might be 7-8 pounds. Again, very easily doable compared to the Sotz. Maybe something like a Fiskars Isocore. This is a really nice splitting tool, and in fact, I think this is the best all-around size, and I've gone over why in other videos. I'll link that video at the end of this in the description. This weighs about 8 pounds, and I think this is a perfect weight for most firewood. This Sotz original monster maul is 16 pounds, so it's 2/3 the weight of that behemoth, And this can be tough to swing around, but I think it's still doable for strong, able-bodied men and women. So my final conclusions are I would not want to use this for everyday splitting. I think it's fun to take out once in a while and kind of do a manhood test, maybe with your buddies. Maybe you guys want to see who can split the biggest piece of wood and who can swing this behemoth the easiest. But I don't think most people are going to want to swing this for an extended period of time. It's just too heavy. But it's a great maul to add to my collection. I'm glad you guys got to see it in action, splitting some wood. I compared it to a few other mauls, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Clara, it's time. Grab the mango mauler.